Good afternoon, Lady Bruins hockey fans. We're here at Family Sports here in Centennial, Colorado. Your Lady Bruins will face off this afternoon against the Mountain Select. Lady Bruins will be in the home whites with the blue trim. Mountain Select will be in the burgundy jerseys with the white trim. We'll get warm-ups underway here and be back for face-off in a moment. All right, guys, your Lady Bruins will face off back-to-back against Mountain Select this weekend. We've got a game here today, 3:15 Mountain Time, and tomorrow at Ice Ranch at noon Mountain Time. Lady Bruins coming off a weekend in Arizona where they made the championship game, lost to Team Alaska in pool play and the championship game. But we'll see how they rebound here, facing off against the competition now after, honestly, holding their own against the Alaska team. All right, we'll start off. McCormick, Losowitz, DeFelice, Jennings, and Gossner on the back end. Bozier in net today for your Bruins. And we're ready to get things underway here from Family Sports Arena. And puck drop underway. One there by Losowitz, back to Gossner. Gossner up ahead, DeFelice loses her skates for a moment. Gossner picks it up, drops there to Jennings. Jennings off the boards, out to center. Picked up there by Mountain Select. Icing's going to be waved off here as it went under the Mountain Select player's stick. Losowitz leaves there. McCormick has to take it off her stick. Puck comes back to the point, and that's going to pop out of the zone. Gossner now. Gossner holds for a moment. Up ahead to DeFelice. DeFelice tries to play it in. And puck's played ahead. Picked up there by Brewer off the bench. Icing's waved off as it just went by the stick of the Mountain Select player. They play it ahead. Picked off there. Wessel now. Wessel chips it ahead. Picked up there. They keep the blue line now. Now they lose it. Wessel back into the Bruin zone. Picked up there. Brewer now. Brewer behind the net. Plays it up ahead to DeFelice. Or sorry, that's Arnold. As the Bruins get a change. Berger plays it into the zone. Up and back to Wessel. Wessel to the blue line. Back down low. Wessel, Zang, and Arnold out there now. Arnold hard on the forecheck. Arnold steals it there. Leaves for Berger to Zang in the slot. Zang tries to get a stick on it. Tries to get a shot on net. That's broken up, though, by the defensive Mountain Select. Picked up there by Wessel. Wessel goes to Brewer. Brewer taking off the puck along the boards there, and Mountain Select will bring it back in. Shot, and a save by Bozier. So first shot of the game is on Bozier. Bozier makes a save here, 12:58 to go. Face off to the left of Bozier. Gray to take the draw. Gray wins it back to Zaworski. Up ahead. Osborne picks it off now. Osborne breaks it out to center. Thrown in by Fryer. Fryer, Novodorski, Osborne out there now. And Mountain Select breaks it out. De Herrera and Zaworski on the back end. Shot through the crease. Steered aside now by Bozier. Shot from the point. Picked up there. Novodorski. Picked up there. Zaworski. Zaworski plays it to Novodorski, and that's out of the zone. And that's going to go all the way down for an icing. So we're going to face off here in the Lady Bruins zone. 12:03 here to go, first period. King to take the draw. Puck's loose at the side of the net. And we'll get a whistle here. right, King to take the draw here. Wins it around behind, up ahead to Leeser. Leeser. Bruins able to clear though. Puck goes back into the zone, picked up there by Leeser. Leeser tries to go ahead. Picked off there by Mountain Select at center. Brought back into the zone. Shot, saved by Bozier. Big pass saved there by Bozier. Back to the point, Mountain Select towards the net. Tip attempt goes wide. And King plays it up to Leeser. Leeser plays it in the zone. Bruins are going to change now. Mountain Select, pick it up there. DeFelice in on the forecheck. Losowitz tries to steal it. Losowitz on the puck, plays it down low. McCormick able to hold there. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. And stolen there. 2-on-1 developing here for Mountain Select. They center it across. Nice play there by Jennings. Bruins have numbers the other way. It's 2-on-2 now as they hit the line. Shot on net. And a save by the goaltender. .10:20 here to go, first period. Face-off will be in the Mountain Select zone to the left of the Mountain Select goaltender. Losowitz, DeFelice, McCormick. Losowitz wins it back. Held in there. Oh, not held in, apparently. That was close, but the face-off will come outside the Mountain Select zone here. 10:13 to go, first period. Wessel and Brewer on the back end. Zeng, Berger, and Arnold up front. Brewer plays it ahead. Held at the line for a moment by Zeng, now chipped out by Mountain Select. And back in the Lady Bruins zone. Picked up there, Brewer goes across to Wessel, near side. Wessel goes back to Brewer, out of her reach. Puck comes around behind. Wessel tries to tie a player up. Centered out front, broken up there, picked up there by Berger. Berger breaks the neutral zone. Picked up there, Wessel. Wessel fights through a stick check, has it taken off her stick. Puck comes back to the point, and 2-on-1 for Mountain Select. They miss on the pass across, picked up there. Berger brings it back out to center. Berger tries to play it in. Picked off there. Knocked down by Mountain Select. Arnold plays it ahead. Zeng has it now. Zeng with Arnold. Battle on the wall. And Zaworski plays it out to center. Zaworski to Arnold. Arnold throws it in on net. Steered aside by the goaltender. Novodorsky. Osborne. And Fryer are your wingers. Or your forwards on this line. Osborne picks it up now. Osborne drops to Novodorsky. Novodorsky shot. And a save by the goaltender. So Zaworski, De Herrera. And we'll get a change here. We're going to roll with Jennings and Gosner now. Osborne, Novodorsky, Fryer out there. Osborne to take the draw. Puck's went back to the point. Picked up there. Novodorsky thrown towards the net. That's picked off by Mountain Select. And that'll result in an icing as it was touched by a player, but not this side of the red line, so 8:08 here to go. First period, we're going to face off in the Mountain Select zone. Jennings, Gosner out there. King, Rulison, and Leeser out there. King to take the draw, one there by Mountain Select. Played down low. Picked up there by Mountain Select. They look to break it out now. Shot. And a save by Bozier. So face-off in the Lady Bruins zone here, 7:51 to go. First period, face-off to the left of Bozier. Losowitz to take the draw. Losowitz loses the draw, but it's played back behind the net. Picked up there by Gosser for a moment. Gosser battles, centered out front. Shot. Nice shoulder save there by Bozier. Puck's loose in front. Still bouncing around. And Bruins get a stick on it. It's broken out there by DeFelice. Icing's waved off there. Not sure why. Dug out for a moment by McCormick. Back to the point. And 2-on-1 here for Mountain Select. And they'll put it high up into the glass. Puck comes out to center. Mountain Select will regroup there. Shot wide of the net. Picked up there at the point by Mountain Select. Back into the zone. Picked up there by Brewer. Back to the point. Held there. Shot. That hit a player in front. Little friendly fire there from Mountain Select. Picked up now by Wessel. Played ahead. Wessel. Behind the net. Wessel. Up ahead to Arnold. Arnold able to chip it up and out to center. That'll relieve some pressure here for the Bruins. Wessel steps up now. Arnold in, hard on the forecheck with Berger. Picked up there. Zeng leaves for Wessel. And this is going to be played all the way down. And that'll be an icing here on Mountain Select here with 5:52 here to go. Face off in the Mountain Select zone here. Zeng, Berger, Arnold, Zaworski, and Gosner out there now. Zeng to take the draw, back to the point. Picked up there, Zaworski out of the zone. Gosner up ahead. Picked off there by Mountain Select. Gosner battles there. Mountain Select, Berger forces it wide. Mountain Select looks to center it out front. Now they work it behind the net. Goal line extended. And puck pops out of the zone. They'll have to touch up now. Picked up there by Zeng. Zeng, her pass is picked up. Zaworski steps up there. Picked off there. Berger taking off the puck. And Mountain Select will come back the other way. 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Nice play there by Zaworski to force the puck wide. Zeng chips it behind the net. Picked up there. Gosner. Gosner will settle things down now. Gosner has to take it off her stick. Plays around behind to Zaworski. Zaworski near side. Stolen there by Mountain Select. But the Bruins are able to pick it up and clear. But that'll go for an icing. 4:42 here to go. Face-off will be the right of Bozier. Osborne to take the draw. Osborne, Fryer, and Overdowski up there up front on the forwards. Wessel and Brewer on the back end. Face off one there, centered out front. That's picked off by Brewer. Played back into the Lady Bruins zone. Stolen there by Osborne. Novodorsky up ahead to the line, not out. Wessel picks it up now. And it's picked off there. Novodorsky slides it through a player's legs. Centers to Osborne. Osborne taken off her stick by Mountain Select. They'll go back the other way. Mountain Select works it around behind the net. Top of the dots. Shot. Saved by Bozier. Picked up there by Wessel. Wessel up ahead. Picked off there by Brewer. Brewer's going to send it all the way down. And that should be an icing, and it is. So we'll get a Bruin change here. But a face-off in the Bruin zone here. 3:37 to go, first period. Looks like King here to take the draw. King to take the draw. One there by Mountain Select. Back to the point. Shot. Steered aside by Bozier. Jennings battles behind the net. She's tied up there. Puck pops loose in front. King steers it out of harm's way. Mountain Select along the near boards here. Half wall extended. Look to work it out front. Shot. And that'll be gloved and held by Bozier. We'll sync the clock here. Losowitz out there now to take the draw. Losowitz wins the draw. Out of the reach of DeFelice. Goster plays there for Jennings. Jennings up ahead in the skates of McCormick. McCormick tries to play it ahead. That puck rolls in on net, so icing will be waved off there. McCormick on the forecheck. McCormick tries to center out front to Losowitz. Picked up there by Mountain Select. To the line, Jennings. Jennings throws it in on net, and that'll be gloved and held by the goaltender here, so 2:40 to go, first period. All right, face off in the Mountain Select zone. Shot towards the net, that's blocked down. Mountain Select looking to have numbers the other way. Nice back check there by Losowitz. Losowitz breaks it up. Played up the near boards here. Back to the point. Held in there by Mountain Select. Jennings now. Jennings plays it in the zone. Well, and out. So Gosser will regroup there. Gosser leaves for Jennings. Jennings up ahead. McCormick comes down the wing. McCormick tries to throw on the brakes. Fights through a stick check there. Back to the point. Jennings. Puck's loose in front. Losowitz shot. Far off by the goaltender. Puck's still loose. Wessel steps up now. Wessel centers out front. Tip attempt by DeFelice is wide. And puck comes out to center. Wessel leaves there. In this case, Losowitz. Jennings tries to go across, but the Bruins are changing. Picked up there by Mountain Select. Berger leaves it back there for Zaworski. Stolen there by Mountain Select. They look to work it out front. Now they do. Shot. That misses wide of the net. Mountain Select tries to center it out front again. Broken up there by the stick of Zaworski. Back to the point. And Mountain Select plays it past their D. All the way back into their own zone. Berger in on the forecheck. Along with Zeng. Zeng gets there now. Zeng gets puck control for a moment. Stolen there by Mountain Select. Zaworski leaves there for Wessel. Wessel tries to backhand it out of the zone. Picked off there. Zeng has to take it off her stick. And Berger's able to play it out. Mountain Select will have to regroup now. Puck's played around. Far side. Picked up there. Zaworski now. Zaworski from the backhand. Gets the red line. Zaworski fights through a body there. Mountain Select tries to go the other way. Picked off there. Zaworski. And now Mountain Select hits the zone. 2-on-1 possible here. They center it out front. Bruins do a good job picking up the player in front. Big save there by Bozier. And Novodarski will play it all the way down. So with .5 here to go in the period, faceoff will come back into the Lady Bruins zone. It'll be Brewer and De Herrera. Looks like Osborne to take the draw here. And that'll do it for one period of play. At the end of one, it's 0-0, nothing solved. We'll be back here in a moment for the second. Battle on the blue line, held in there by the Bruins. Played in by Zaworski. Arnold will give chase there. Played back out by Mountain Select. It's off a skate. Icing's waved off, so they get there just in time. Shot goes wide of the net. Novodorski now looks to pick it up there. Mountain Select walks it out into the slot. Shot and a glove save by Bozier. All right, Osborne face off in the zone, picked up there by Jennings. Shot from a sharp angle. That's off the outside of the net. Not the inside, not where we want to see it. Puck's loose in the slot. Novodorski now. Steered aside. Centered out front. In the skate to Osborne. Osborne picks it up there. Osborne up ahead off the skate of Fryer. And Mountain Select coming back the other way. This is a long change period for these teams. Shot and a goal by Mountain Select. So Mountain Select off the rush goes up 1-0. 12:26 here to go. Second period. All right, face off here at center ice. Losowitz to take the draw, wins it back, picked up there by De Herrera. And Mountain Select enters the zone, walked in, shot, saved by Bozier. Right through the defenseman's legs. That's actually a nice shot there by the forward coming in, using the fence as a screen. Mountain Select walks it in, shot, wide, shot, blocked down by Bozier. Picked up there now. McCormick tries to play ahead to Zaworski. Shot off the mask of Bozier. And it's played up ahead, out of the zone by McCormick. And the puck goes back down low. Losowitz will pick it up there. Losowitz goes off the boards, up and out to center. Picked up there, regrouped there by Mountain Select. McCormick had a chance, but she was changing there. Off the skate of Berger coming off the bench. And we'll get a stoppage in play here. 11:22 here to go, second period. We'll bring you this game with play-by-play for another 12 minutes until I need to leave for another game. But we'll keep it the video. Zeng, Arnold, Berger out there now. Zeng to take the draw, wins it back. Played back into the Bruins zone, picked up there, Wessel. Wessel tries to play it up ahead, held in by Mountain Select. Battle along the boards there. And puck comes all the way down. It's tipped, so icing's waved off. Arnold in on the forecheck with Berger. Player loses an edge there. Brewer steps up. Puck's played cross ice. Wessel hustles for that one. Wessel able to get there and hold it in. Stolen there by Arnold. Arnold tries to work it back to the point. Picked up there by Arnold. In the skates of Arnold, now out to center. And that's going to be cleared all the way down by Mountain Select, which will be an icing. 10:29 here to go. In the second period, face-off will be in the in the Mountain Select zone. So offensive zone draw here for your Lady Bruins. Osborne, Fryer, Novodorski, Gosner. Face-off won there by Mountain Select. Back to the line, held there for a moment by Gosner. Held at the line by Jennings. Stolen there by Novodowski. Fryer towards the net. That's wide. And Mountain Select will pick it up, bring it back to the line. Held in there by Jennings. Fryer pesters there to keep the puck in the zone. And chipped out by Mountain Select. 3-on-1 as they hit the line. Shot. And that puck's on the back of the net. And we'll get a whistle here with 9:41 to go, second period. Face-off will be in the Lady Bruins zone. We'll get a wholesale change. Zaworski, Brewer out there on the back end. And we'll bring out King, Rulison, and Leeser. So King to center this line here. King in the dot. King to take the draw, one there by Mountain Select. They work it, face-off dot, in, on net, shot saved by Bozier, steered aside. Now Zaworski plays it to the corner, up to the line, held in there, and Osborne, sorry, that is Leeser. Leeser breaks it out, Leeser tries to sidestep a player, goes down, and it's back out to center, one-on-one here. Broken up there by Brewer. Shot wide of the net on Bozier. Mountain Select now works it. Goal line extended. Now out front. Shot and a goal. All right, 2-0 Mountain Select. 9 minutes ago, second period. And we'll let the next whistle here, I'll probably have to leave. Losowitz to take the draw. But we'll still bring in the video, just know play-by-play. Losowitz plays it in the zone. Losowitz in on the forecheck with DeFelice. DeFelice gets there, down low. Picked off there, Mountain Select. Losowitz gets it for a moment. DeFelice centers. DeFelice off the back of the net. To the point. And played out. De Herrera. De Herrera plays it off the... Tries to play it around behind. That's a save off the mask of Bozier. Centered out front. Broken up. Mountain Select. Working it down low. Shot from a sharp angle off the side of the net. And Losowitz plays it out to center. Losowitz picks it up now. Losowitz got McCormick with her. Losowitz settles it down. Shot on net. Save by the goaltender. Back to the point. Wessel. And Mountain Select plays it out again. Oh, should have been offside. Shot. Goal. 3-0 Mountain Select. 7:37 here to go. We'll turn off the audio, but we'll get you video the rest of the game.